I'm gonna give you 5 of the best supplements that every single football player should be taking on the planet, and we're gonna start right now. What's up, everybody? It's Dane Miller from GarageStrength.com, and if this is your first time to the channel and you want to become a freak athlete, you want to get more explosive, you want to get stronger, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you click that notification bell so that we can help you become a champion. Since 2008, we've had dozens of all-state football players. We've had multiple football players develop with us from day one and work themselves all the way up to those big Power 5 conferences, the Big Ten, the ACC. Football players that we've taken from 5th grade all the way to becoming a 5-star recruit. And a lot of this has to do with the hard work, the constant training, the becoming more explosive, being more mobile, learning how to absorb force. All these things are great, but there's a couple key aspects that go into improving recovery and handling the rigor that goes into football-based training and handling the football season in general. And we've put together 5 of the key supplements that our football beasts use on a regular basis. And we're gonna start with the number 5 supplement and work our way down. So coming in at the 5th position, I like to utilize beta-alanine. Why? We got to think about football as a sport. We've got to think about how it operates. It's a long, competitive situation. It takes 60 minutes to complete. It's a long competition. So it takes a while to put out a lot of force and then rest, and then a lot of force and then rest. It's a very interval-based sport. So you're going to have a lot of lactic acid development. Beta-alanine is a lactic acid buffer. If you take it on a regular basis, your body's going to be able to utilize it as an energy source. Now all of a sudden we're going to start to utilize lactic acid as energy. We're going to be able to operate at a higher speed, at a higher tempo, and in that 4th quarter we're going to come out victorious. I recommend using 5 to 7 grams every single day of beta-alanine when you're inside that football season, so that when you get into the Friday night, Saturdays, or maybe if you're playing in the NFL on those Sundays, you can utilize beta-alanine to help you put out more power late in that 4th quarter. Coming in at that number 4 spot, I like to utilize L-theanine. What the heck is L-theanine? Again, we've got to remember with football, it's about technique, it's about positions. Whoever can read the guard pulling faster wins. Whoever has better memory, better muscle memory, better reactive capability, you're the one who's going to be dominating on the gridiron. That's where L-theanine comes in. It helps with strategic memory. It helps with technical learning. It's been shown to improve the way that athletes manage stress when they're in a high intensity situation. L-theanine goes a very, very long way. I recommend taking it every single competitive day. That means Friday night, Saturday, or again, Sunday if you're playing in the NFL. L-theanine is a tremendously underutilized supplement or amino acid that can help you become a better football player. The next 2 supplements will come in at number 3 and number 2 on the spot. We sort of join them together, and that's whey protein and casein protein. And we've got to remember with football, you've got to be a powerhouse. You've got to be strong. You've got to be explosive. You've also have to have decent endurance. And if you can remember back, if you did play high school football, if you did play collegiate football, when it's August and July and it's very, very hot and you're wearing a lot of pads, all of a sudden your body has to put out a ton of energy to stay cool. You start to sweat a little bit more. Now you're running a little bit more. You're hitting 2 a days, 3 a days. You're lifting a little bit more, and you start to lose a lot of weight. And that's not optimal later on in the season. We've got to make sure that our lean muscle mass is able to recover from the intensity of football practice, from the football games. And we need to make sure that our muscle mass is maintained or improved over time so that we can handle that blunt trauma, so that we can improve our cutting capability, so that we can put out a ton of power late in the games. And that's where whey protein and casein come into play. They help maintain that lean muscle mass. They help keep the joints healthy. They help keep your protein intake high when you're under a lot of physical stress so that your body can recover on a day-to-day basis. I recommend, if you're utilizing both casein and whey protein, combine it to try to get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight during two-a-days during football camp. I recommend even increasing that to 1.25 grams per pound of body weight. If you have a dairy allergy, switch to beef protein, utilize collagen as well, and that's gonna help you improve your recovery. Coming in at that #1 spot, the absolute best supplement that you can take if you're a football player, and I believe personally that every single high school football player and collegiate football player should be forced to take this supplement, and that is creatine monohydrate. Creatine monohydrate is gonna help you recruit more motor units faster. That means if you're gonna be getting hit from the side, your body and your neck will be able to recruit faster to protect your brain. When your brain is protected, now you have a lower rate of concussions. That's important in football. Creatine can essentially help you prevent concussions. For that matter alone, we should all be taking creatine. We know it helps with our cognitive ability. We know it helps with striking ability in MMA athletes and wrestlers. So football players should be taking it, one, because they're going to be a little bit more protected from concussions, but two, it's going to help their cognitive ability late in the game. It's going to help with their precision making decisions later on in that fourth quarter. And on top of that, it's going to improve their protective aspects. It's going to help them maintain more lean muscle mass. If we can maintain more lean muscle mass, we're going to be healthier later on in the season when it's coming down to the wire and you're trying to make those playoffs. I recommend with creatine taking 0.1 grams per kilo of body weight. For anybody over 220 pounds, that's about 10 to 12 grams of creatine. I believe everybody must take creatine if they're playing a contact sport, especially football. Head over to earthfedmuscle.com if you want to pick up the highest quality supplements where nothing is tainted with hardcore anabolic bullcrap. This is the cleanest products on the planet. You can pick up Revival, it's got L-theanine in it. You can pick up our Stampede to get that beta-alanine. You can pick up our Transcend to get your fair share of creatine. And on top of that, you can get Nocturnal and whatever your favorite flavor of whey protein is. It's from grass-fed animals. It's the cleanest supplement line on the planet. If you want more information about supplements, you can click on this video right here. You can head over to garagestrength.com and pick up our 12-week How to Get Faster speed training program. Until next time, guys, peace.